Well, it's time for another mostly tribute episode because once again, I accidentally deleted an entire episode for some reason. Not sure why, but I was able to save the most important clips, I think, of the episode, and I can refilm the rest. So, let's get to another episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. So I know it's kind of annoying whenever I do that just because the episode doesn't really involve a lot of game hunting. It's more so just a giant recap. But I do have 2 condition reports to show. And that's kind of the most exciting part of this week's episode. So at least I've got that intact. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the condition report. So surprise, package arrived. It was funny because I ordered a pizza and the delivery driver handed this to me. So I'm guessing it must have gotten accidentally delivered to the wrong place and then they fixed it. I don't know. But either way, I did get my package. Don't have to worry about reporting it to GameStop. So now it's time for the first of 2 condition reports. Hope you like the new intro. That's what I'm going to use for now. I might make a better one later on, and I'm also only going to air it once. So even if there are multiple condition reports, that's only going to air for the first one every episode. Anyway, see what this is. I know what this game is. I don't know what condition it's in. It is a game that I got to fill out an order, so it's cheap. It was $5. And it's the only modern game that I picked up this week, apparently. So, let's see what condition is in. Is that sealed? It is. That's funny. We have Mud Runner American Wilds on the PS4. So I have, I think, the first Mud Runner on Xbox. I got it from a pawn shop. And now I have Mud Runner, the second one, sealed on PS4. That's kind of cool. This was $5 on top of that, so I can't go wrong there. I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's any good or not, but apparently it's supposed to be like a realistic, like, hauling simulator where you drive trucks and you're supposed to haul cargo from location to location. So it's not a racing game. Looks interesting. I figure for $5, might as well try it out. Although I'm probably going to keep it sealed, at least for now, because no reason not to. So, pretty good start to my pickups from GameStop. We have a sealed copy of Mud Runner American Wilds. Now, the big question of the game's coming tomorrow, because those I'm really excited to add to my collection, and who knows what condition they're going to come in. So, we'll take a look at that when those come in, hopefully tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. Time for another day, and it's time for another condition report. And this is the one I'm really excited about. So, first off, I want to give another shout out, because I've already shouted him out many times, to Nick at Cincy Game Hunting. He actually just retired his channel recently, but he might come back eventually. Hopefully he does. But even though he's not making video content right now, he still has an awesome Twitter account and Instagram. So be sure to follow him on those 2 if you want to get some really awesome deals and suggestions for ways to save some money and find some great games. He pointed out earlier this week that GameStop randomly had a drop of GameCube games. And of course, if you don't already know, which if you're following this channel, you probably know, GameCube games are really hard to come by. So when you can find them, especially at a place like GameStop, which is not hiking up the prices to oblivion like of most places, although some of the games are, like they had Fire Emblem for like $150, but most of the prices are actually fairly reasonable. So if you can find some GameCube games, you grab them. And that's what I did. There were a few available. I got there a little too late, so most of the big titles, especially Mario Party 5, which is the main one that I wanted, were gone. But I snagged 2 GameCube games, and they are now here. So let's see what I got. And right off the bat, the main thing I'm excited about is one of them at least has some sort of a case. I'm hoping it's the original case. Well, let's find out. All right, I found a case. It feels like a GameCube case. Let's see which one came in the case. The one I wanted. we have Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut on the GameCube. Is it complete? It is not, but it comes in the original case, and honestly, for a GameStop GameCube game, I think that's more than most people can ask for. Disc looks pretty good. There's some very light scratching, but not too bad. So, I've never played Sonic Adventure, and of course, this is like an improved version of it on the GameCube. So I'm pretty stoked. The fact that I got a boxed GameCube game with the original artwork from GameStop. And the best part, this was only like 17 bucks, so not bad at all. Obviously, I wish both of my GameCube games were boxed, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And honestly, I've heard from a few different people that GameStop tends to throw away their retro cases, so the fact that I got this one in a case is pretty good. So, Sonic Adventure DX on the GameCube with a box. So I'm guessing the other one does not have a box. It's just a sleeve. I think that's all there's in there. Yeah. So this one's just a sleeve, but you know, of the two, I'm honestly glad Sonic was the one that came complete, or not complete, but with a box. So this one we have Need for Speed Underground 2 on the GameCube, a classic Need for Speed game. I never played it, honestly. I had an Xbox, a PS2, and a GameCube in that era, but I never got around to playing Underground 2, and now I can. Honestly, out of those three systems, because it's not backwards compatible on Xbox, GameCube was the most accessible system for it, so it's disc only, comes in a sleeve, but that's okay. So, not too shabby. This one I think was only 15, and then this one was 17, so about 30 bucks, a little more than that. I got a boxed GameCube game and a disc-only GameCube game from GameStop. I'll take it. Not terrible, not amazing, but not terrible. So now, we're gonna do a recap where I go over all of the retro goodness that I acquired this past week. Now it's time for the full recap of everything that I picked up in this episode. And we got some pretty solid stuff, honestly. So the first thing I did was I went to Cash America and picked up some games. And they have a ton, but they had a decent stock of PS2 and Wii games. So I picked through the best ones and came away with a decent bundle. All of these were $3 each, and 2 of them I'm planning on keeping, 3 of them I'm probably going to try to flip, so I think I did okay. So first off, we have Crash TWINSANITY on the PS2. It's a Crash game. I know it's not one of the better received Crash games, but it's complete, it's in good shape. People are nostalgic for the older Crash games, so I figured I might as well grab it, especially for $3. This one actually has some value, it's worth 14, so pretty happy with that. In a similar vein, we have Crash Nitro Kart on the PS2. Obviously, this one isn't as good as the one that came out on PS4 and Xbox One, but it's a new Crash Nitro Kart, newish, that came out on the PS2. I'm sure somebody's going to want to play it for sure. This one also has some decent value. It's worth $8. And now we have a trio of Wii games, 2 of which I'm going to keep, and 1 I'm going to try to flip because I already have this game on PS3 and digitally on Xbox, so I don't need 3 copies of it. We have Rayman Origins on the Wii. It's a nice game. I wasn't sure if I had it or not, which is why I picked it up again. I did. But it's in good shape. It does not have the manual, but it otherwise has the box art and the disc is in good shape. Paid $3 and this one is worth 13, so another solid bump up in value. Pretty great. Now for the 2 that I got to keep. We have the Raving Rabbids Party Collection on the Wii. So what's cool about this is a single disc that includes Raving Rabbids, Raving Rabbids 2, and Raving Rabbids TV Party all on one disc, which is kind of cool. I didn't know this existed, but there we go. No manual again, but it's got 3 games on it. I figure it's absolutely worth picking up. Paid $3 and this one is worth 13 as well. So another solid bump up value. And then out of all of them, this was the one that I wanted to keep the most just because I've heard good things about at least the original version of this game. I figure it's an RPG on the Wii. It's probably worth picking up. Final Fantasy, The Crystal Chronicles, The Crystal Bearers on the Wii. Looks pretty good. It's a Final Fantasy game. It's co-op. Looks interesting. $3 for this one, and it is worth 14. So another solid bump in value. So that was the extent of my pawn shop hunting, except I did make a big purchase. I know I've alluded to it over the past few weeks, but I finally acquired it. I have my Wii U once again. So this is the second Wii U that I've picked up from a pawn shop. The main difference is this one, as you can see, the battery container is not warped. The gamepad charges properly. It included a dock for the gamepad, which my other one did not. Everything's been tested. I'm actually filming this a while after I originally picked up the Wii U, so everything is well tested. Everything is great. It works perfectly. It's all set up. And one thing it didn't include, which I will show in a future episode, is it did include a stylus, but I got a replacement off of eBay. So everything's good. So I got this Wii U. It's in great shape. I'm glad I finally was able to get it. The Wii U is one of those systems that is gonna go up in price for sure. Just because there's not a ton of them out there, it is Nintendo's worst selling console, and I think people are gonna start getting nostalgic for it, especially because there's still a lot of really great games that are locked to the Wii U that you can't play on other systems. Plus, there's a lot of games that are on the Switch that are a lot cheaper and sometimes better on the Wii U. So it's worth picking up a Wii U if you could find one for a good price. I paid $105 total. Now, I did this over a few months because it was on layaway, so I didn't do it in one shot, but I did pay $105 total for this Wii U. It's worth $162, so definitely a solid bump up and definitely a solid value for my beautiful Wii U. Pretty happy with that. And then we're gonna wrap up with the games I got from Gamestop. And honestly, these were all pretty solid scores. Again, the fact that they actually had GameCube games on GameStop's website is rare. Since then, I've checked on a fairly regular basis. They've only had a couple GameCube games pop up again. I'm hoping I'll get there one of these days where they actually have a nice drop of them. But for the most part, they haven't gotten any more GameCube games. But I picked up two, and they're in pretty solid shape. So the first game I got from GameStop was Mud Runner American Wilds on the PS4. This game is sealed, as you can see. I did not buy it sealed. It was supposed to be a pre-owned copy, but I got a sealed one. Paid $5 for this. It's worth $17 in new condition, so that's pretty nice. I'm gonna leave it sealed because who knows when I'm gonna play this. I have the first one on Xbox, so I'll probably try that first, and then eventually I'll probably give that one a go. Then we got our two GameCube games. The first one, which is sadly the one that was not complete, or at least didn't have a box. It's only in a sleeve, but still. We have Need for Speed Underground 2 on the GameCube. The disc is in good shape. Doesn't have a box, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to complain. Paid $15 for this, and it's worth $20. So solid value there. And then here is the one I was hoping was going to have a box. It does not have a manual, but it does have the original case. We have Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut on the GameCube. I've never played Sonic Adventure. I know that's a travesty, but I also never owned a Sega console. So now I can play the Director's Cut of Sonic Adventure on the GameCube. It looks pretty great shape. It has the box. Very happy to add this to the collection. It's a pretty sought after game because it's GameCube and it's GameCube exclusive too. I paid $18 for this and it's worth $32. So this one has some pretty solid value. So not a bad week. We picked up some nice retro games. I picked up a Wii U. We got some GameCube stuff. And we got a sealed PS4 game just out of the blue. Small week, fairly short week, and unfortunately I don't have the game hunting footage anymore. But I'll take it. Pretty solid nonetheless. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. I'm trying to drop new videos 3 days a week on this channel, including some gameplay series. We're going to do some Bargain Game Hunter spin-off episodes as well. I already kind of did one on the channel where I talked about what I recommend and what I don't recommend pre-ordering. If you want to see more stuff like that, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to try to make more videos like that. Maybe we'll do some more challenges. Who knows? But the sky's the limit on this channel. We got lots of fun stuff coming, and we're going to continue to grow and continue to make some awesome gaming related content for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye.